Hi, I'm Jonathan Taglione, and welcome to Positive Approach Counseling's second episode. This episode was sponsored by Jorge Cantu, and he wanted us to talk about online dating and what are good tips out there that can help the average girl and guy to find their perfect match. He also wanted to give us a special shout out to his best friend that he calls Chupaquita. To be quite honest with you, he sponsored this episode, and if you would like to sponsor our episodes to talk about a bunch of different topics and stuff like that, please go onto our Patreon page in the link of the description below. Okay, so let's talk about online dating. Unfortunately, there are a vast number of dating websites out there, and it's kind of difficult to figure out what the best one is for you. There is Bumble, there is Hinge, there's eHarmony.com, there's Match.com, there's It's Just Lunch, which is an dating service that actually gets you to meet an actual person. And I don't want to really mention Tinder, but the thing about it is from what I've heard through people that I have been friends with and stories, that Tinder actually has been successful in getting people to get married, date, and have a long-lasting relationship with. So if we're going to discuss online dating tips and strategies, I think that the best one that I would suggest is eHarmony.com. Now, I know what you're going to say. There are a lot of assessments to do, and there are a ton of questions that you have to answer, and I bet you're probably thinking, all I want to do is I want to just talk to the person that I find attractive. Well, that's great and everything like that, but the thing about it is that, let's say you come across a profile in which someone is attractive but doesn't measure up to your personality. You're going to be on a date where it's probably going to be very, very uncomfortable. Believe me, I've actually been on those dates before, and trust me, you do not want to be on a date where the other person doesn't say a word because either they are very nervous and uncomfortable, you know? So one of the things about Bumble and Tinder and Hinge, you get a look at their photos, but the thing about it is that most people want something quick and easy and very snappy and stuff like that. But when it comes to dating, you need to take your time into getting to know someone, especially on these dating websites, because one of the biggest things that I've noticed when people are on dating websites is that some of them, not all, but some of them are not really ready to date yet, but yet they are still on a dating website, So the best advice that I can give you is that to go on a dating website, pay for the subscription, because the first indication right there is that when you're paying for a dating website and the other person is paying for a dating website, the members seem a lot more genuine and invested, and that's your first indicator that they want to have an actual relationship. With these online dating websites that offer free services, you're going to get a multitude of many different people, which is good, but the downside of that is you don't know if someone is just out there just to date or is someone who's looking for something serious. So I think eHarmony is the best because you take all these assessments, you get to know the other personality and to see if you guys match, Or on the other hand, you could get to know someone organically. So one of the first things of advice that I am going to give you besides paying for a subscription and to go through eHarmony. If you don't want to do the assessments and you don't want to use eHarmony, then I would suggest that before you go on a date willy-nilly, it's important that you get to know that person, match up with them, instead of agreeing to go out on a dinner date or a drink date, see where their intentions lie by actually saying, you know what, I've been messaging you and talking with you for a couple of weeks now. It's probably best that we go somewhere and have coffee. There's nothing wrong with taking it slow on an online dating website, because the thing about it is that what are you in a rush for? There is no rush at all when it comes to dating, unless you're one of those people that wants to date just to date. So my advice is, if you want to have a lasting relationship and have a healthy dating experience, either pay for subscriptions through Match or through eHarmony, get to know someone, and don't just go on a date based on their looks. You're going to need to know someone, and if their ideology matches with yours, if that makes sense. And so the thing about it is that when it comes to dating, enjoy yourself, have fun. There are many people out there that follow a plan where they say to themselves, okay, I'm 25 years old. I like to be married within a couple of years. I'd like to have kids. I'd like to have been married for a year first before I have kids. Life doesn't work that way. You cannot have a plan. So for the people out there that are lonely and that are frustrated, I'm here to tell you something, and I want you to take this very seriously, is that life does not unfold the way that you want it to. And the destination is you eventually finding your husband or your wife and getting married. But enjoy this time that you are single, because the thing about it is that being single is good too. And, in order for you to find your perfect match, is that you're going to have to go through these dating struggles in order to figure out who you really want. So enjoy your time being single, even though it's frustrating, and believe me, I know it is. You're not going to appreciate it more if it just happens very, very quickly. So I'm about to close for today. So my advice is, go on a dating website in which you pay for the service, get to know someone, don't rush into dating, take them to a neutral location like Starbucks, so that you can get a cup of coffee and just get to know them. And then on top of that, have fun on the date in getting to know them. And so, thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit our Patreon page if you'd like to join, if you'd like to sponsor more videos. My name is Jonathan Taglione, and find your positive approach.